Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Andy here. I coach men and women on living lives of abundance and joy. If they can all do it, you sure as hell can too. You don't need a giant fucking 12-inch penis or porn star skills in order to blow her mind in the bedroom. I used to put a ton of pressure on myself that I had to have a big dick, that I had to be locked in, I had to be the best sex that she'd ever had and all of that. But I'm going to give a few little tips and tricks in this video. And I'm going to remind you that getting decent at sex, getting good at foreplay and the sex act itself really is just a process of practicing. You're probably going to suck at the start. That's okay. But with practice, you get a little bit better. You don't have to be perfect. That's just putting performance anxiety on yourself. A little bit of practice, you'll get better over time. The first thing that I'll say is there's a bit of a myth in sex that it's usually men that think about this, that I have to have a big hard cock and I have to just ram it in her and go crazy, and that's good sex. Like, most guys are so obsessed with the penis, they're like cock obsessed, and you think that you have to have a huge cock or some secret moves or something like that. That's what you see in porn, but that isn't necessarily real life. There is so much more to sex than just your penis. There's foreplay, there's your hands, there's your mouth, there's your tongue. I did a video about this. This video here is called What Women Want in Bed, Foreplay Kissing Guide. But yeah, in general, most women don't care as much about your penis as you think they do, or as you do yourself. They care about how you make them feel. And on that note, what most women are looking for in the moment is you being present with them, you exploring, you slowing down, looking her in the eyes, telling her that she's hot, breathing slowly, touch her with intention. Don't rush. Don't just be so quick to jam your penis in there that you forget that there's a human being there with you, trying to have as much fun as you are. Being present with someone, like actually slowing down and take the time to give a shit about their pleasure, is something that's so unbelievably rare in sex that you will blow her mind by just giving a shit. And on that note, I've talked about this a bunch in videos. I talked about this in my Tinder guide. Slow down and focus a little bit more on the foreplay. Like, instead of just getting horny and yeah, it's fine to get horny, but instead of just shoving your dick in and just going for gold immediately, slow down. Kiss a whole bunch, touch her body, get some oil and massage her. This is stuff that I do with every new woman, but really with every woman that I have sex with. Like, each time I have sex with her, I like to go slow and really draw out the foreplay. And yes, sometimes you're in a rush or one of you's horny and you just have a little quickie, but most of the time I will slow it down. I will take the time to slowly undress her. I'll kiss her before and during and after sex. I will slow down a bunch. I'll take breaks. I will make her beg. I will keep my underpants on and she'll get really horny. She'll be naked and she'll be begging me for my dick. And I'll say, no, not yet. You're going to have to earn that. I'm building anticipation. I'm making her wait. I want her ridiculously fucking wet before I ever stick my dick in. I mean, even basic shit. Like, if you just go down on a woman and spend 10 minutes down there just kissing her clit, licking her pussy, making her feel good, telling her that she's pretty, spend 10 minutes down there and she'll think you're a sex god. Because most guys just don't bother. They get horny, they shove the dick in, boom, they come, it's all over. So just even taking a little bit of time to even slightly care about her pleasure immediately sets you apart. And another thing that really helps is lots of communication. I've done so many videos about this. I say, praise your partner in the bedroom, ask her what she likes, say, does that feel good? Do you want it harder? Do you want it softer? Do you want this? You can even, before you get into the bedroom, say, I want you to tell me what you're into. Tell me what turns you on. Tell me what drives you crazy. Write me a sexual bucket list of all the things that you've always wanted to try in the bedroom, and we'll go through your list and we'll just tick each one off and explore them and see what we want to do within that space. Like, you just giving a fuck what she is enjoying or what feels good for her or what she cares about, immediately you're like top fucking 1% of the guys that she slept with. Because again, most guys just don't. They don't pay attention to her pleasure. They don't see if she's breathing deeply or see if she moans or see if she's enjoying something. They barely ever say, what do you like in the bedroom? What do you want to do? And so even just saying, what do you want to do, immediately sets you apart. And similarly, like I said, praise. Oh my God, just praising and complimenting her makes such an insane difference. Like, if any of you could watch me in the bedroom, which I guess you could, there's videos and pictures on my website of, my sexual adventures with women. If any of you could be there in the bedroom, you would just watch me and be like, holy shit, this guy gives her so many compliments. Like all he's doing is praising, like, good girl, you're so pretty, you're gorgeous, you're hot. Like, fuck, that feels good. You're so good at giving a blowjob. God, you're driving me crazy. God, you look sexy. Like, I'm just constantly giving praise and compliments. Why? Because it makes her feel really fucking good and it feels good for me. And then you get compliments back and she'll say, oh my God, you're sexy. You're driving me crazy, which will make you feel good, which will make the sex even more passionate. You know, make her feel desired. I've said this a million times. Women's biggest turn on is feeling desired. They want you to want them. And with all of this, I want to make something really clear. Like, sex doesn't have to be this performance. You don't have to impress her. Yes, I'm giving you a bunch of tips of how to get better at sex, but remember that sex is a space that you explore. It's allowed to be fun. It's okay if you suck. You don't have to worry about lasting a long time. I've done plenty of content on my channel of how you can last longer if you want to, but don't beat yourself up. You know, you don't have to be perfect. It's okay if you stop and take a little break halfway through. It's okay if you get tired. It's okay if you're going down on her and your jaw gets sore. You can just say, hey, my mouth is a little sore. Let's try something else. It's okay if you are a little bit awkward. It's okay if you're a little bit clumsy and weird. Like, that's what makes this shit real. I know that if you've been, and a lot of you have, watching a lot of porn and consuming a lot of porn for a long time, there's this idea of being this like perfectly scripted, perfectly smooth, wonderful experience. If any of you understand anything about porn, for like a porn video that lasts like 20 minutes, they will shoot that over the course of like 6 hours. They will do reshoots. They will change angles. His dick will get soft. And then they have something in the industry called a fluffer, whose job it literally is to try and make him hard again because he's on fucking 10 pills of Viagra and all of this shit to try and keep himself hard over a long porn shoot. Like, porn isn't real. And real sex is like sometimes a little clumsy. Like, again, if any of you could be there in the bedroom with me when I'm having sex and watch, like, be a fly on the wall and watch me, there are moments where I laugh, I tell a joke, I stop, I take a break. I'm clumsy sometimes. Like, sometimes I accidentally headbutt her or something and I'm like, oh shit, I'm sorry. Like, that's what makes this real. Sometimes she's a bit awkward and nervous and she's like, can we stop? Can we slow down? That hurts. That doesn't feel good. Can we stop? You know, there are times when I'm in the middle of sex and my head just like isn't in the game. I'm just not feeling it. I'm stressed or I'm tired or whatever. And I'll say, can we take a break? Like, I just want to cuddle for a little bit. And she'll go, what's up? And I go, I think I'm just stressed about work, or I'm stressed about money, or I'm stressed about this, or I didn't sleep very well. And I've had women say the same thing. I've had some sexual experiences where in the middle of it, she's on her period and she goes, oh shit, I didn't know I was on my period. Like, I literally look down and there's blood on my penis. And then we stop. We take a shower, we take a break, and we see how we feel, if we want to do something else or if we want to stop. Like, that's sex, you know? And part of confidence, which I know is something that a lot of you care about, maybe you look at me and go, wow, this guy's like confident in bed. Part of confidence is accepting that you're not always going to be perfect. It's accepting that sometimes you're going to be awkward. You're going to be nervous. You're going to be weird. It's going to be messy. Like, it's not going to be perfect, but you accept that and you don't mind. That is confidence. Confidence isn't about being perfect. It's about rolling with the punches, whatever happens. And it's knowing, even if it's awkward, it's weird, even if she thinks I'm so bad at sex that she never wants to see me again, cool. I still like myself enough. I don't care if she likes me too. I mean, I want her to like me, but if she doesn't, I'll be okay. Which is why I talk a lot on this channel about self-love and self-esteem and stoicism and all of that, so that you aren't sitting there going, I have to fucking impress her. I have to do a good job. And if I don't, something bad will happen. No, it will all be okay. And then once the sex is done, something that I always like to do is something called aftercare, which is really just have a fucking cuddle and hang out for a little bit after sex, you know? Spend a little bit of time talking and say, how was that? What did that feel like? Was that good? Did you like the way I licked your pussy? I liked the way you gave me a blowjob. It felt amazing. Give her compliments and tell her what you really enjoyed. Tell her the bits that drove you fucking crazy. You know, you don't have to just immediately roll over and go to sleep or kick her out or go home or whatever. If you just put in, like I said, like fucking 20 minutes of cuddling after sex, or walk her to her Uber, or walk her to your, like, drive her home, whatever. Just spend a little bit of time after sex. You stand out, especially if we're talking about casual sex or casual dating. If you just even give a shit about her pleasure, especially afterwards, you immediately stand out. And for some of you that care about like building a rotation or having a few people that you're dating at the same time, just the biggest thing I can give you for retention is like, give a fuck about her as a person. Like, care about her pleasure. Have some of this sex that's a little bit more emotionally fulfilling, like a little bit more foreplay, a little bit more cuddles afterwards. Like, if you literally just do those two things, cuddle after sex and tell her how she felt, ask her how she feels, and then talk about it a little bit first and have some foreplay. Like, if you just give a shit about the thing that comes before the sex and the thing that comes after the sex, your retention rate will just absolutely go up. Like, I'll try and say this in a humble way, but I'm pretty fucking good at having women want to stick around and date me for a long time, for years if they want to, casually or seriously, it doesn't matter. Most women that have sex with me want to keep having sex with me because I do all the shit beforehand. I care about their pleasure. I ask them what they're into. We do tons of foreplay. The sex act itself involves tons of foreplay, tons of making her feel good, all of that sort of shit. And then afterwards, I ask her how she feels. I give her a cuddle. We hang out. We talk. I say, what stuff do you want to try next time? What stuff did you like? What stuff did you not like? And then guess what? Like, she's going to crave the feeling of being with me. And so the same thing with you guys. If you can just focus a little bit more on her having a good time and yourself as well, don't do that at the cost of your own pleasure. But if you guys can both share this really nice space together where you try some shit, you have some foreplay, you talk about it, you use your fucking words instead of thinking that sex has to be this weird performance where you're not allowed to talk and you're not allowed to like break character. Like as you talk and communicate more, you're going to find that women want to stick around a lot more because you'll be the only guy that actually gives a fuck about her pleasure. And then let's talk a little bit about you. Like I said, you are allowed to have fun. In fact, like I want you to, obviously. You, the man, are allowed to enjoy your pleasures and your kinks and have a bit of fun. You're allowed to do what you want to do as well. And within that, I'll give you a little bit of empathy here, you guys. You don't have to be a sex god right away. You don't have to put all this pressure of performance on you. It's okay if you just try. Sometimes you're going to fumble, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to be clumsy, you're not going to know what you're doing. But just you trying automatically puts you ahead of 90% of guys, because 90% of guys don't try. They're too scared to try. They're just like, I don't fucking know. I'm going to just jam my dick in her and I got laid. I got pussy. Who gives a fuck if she had fun? Who gives a fuck even if I had fun? I got the dick in the pussy. Yay, I did it. And so if you even just try to do a little bit more than that, if you even just care, the fact that you're watching this video and you've watched 11 minutes of me rambling about how to be slightly better at sex, you clearly care. The fact that you care, give yourself a pat on the back for that. That automatically sets you apart, and you'll be the kind of lover, rather than just like a fuck buddy, the kind of lover that women actually remember. So if I can sum all of this up, there is more to sex than just your dick. Listen to her, ask what she wants, slow down, praise her, focus on your own pleasure as well. Focus on you having fun and sharing that with her. And enjoy the fuck out of her. Sex is allowed to be this beautiful, wonderful thing. I think a lot of you think it's just like, I'm going to get laid. My dick goes in the pussy. Yay, I did it. I get to put another notch in my belt. Yay. And it's like, what if you slow down and actually enjoy that thing? Like a lot of you care so deeply about sex, and yet when you get there, it's over within 5 minutes because you're like, whatever, I just got my dick in the pussy. Isn't that all that matters? I don't know about you guys, but I was getting into this shit in the first place because I wanted to have fun. I wanted it to feel good. I wanted them to feel good. I wanted to be able to take my time with it and have sex over hours, foreplay, going slow, cuddling, asking what she wants. I want that shit to last. I don't want to just shove my dick in her, come within 5 minutes and go like, yay, I'm done. That can be fun sometimes for a quickie, but I like slowing down a little bit and enjoying it. So you guys, if you want to, are allowed to slow down, take some of these tips. Again, I talked about other videos like this one here on the screen called What Women Want in Bed, Foreplay/Kissing Guide. I've talked about this a lot, but yeah, slowing down, enjoying the sex, it just leads to much better sex for you, for her. She's far more likely to stick around, and then you get to stand out and probably accidentally, without even meaning to, be the best sex that she's ever had. If you want a little more help with any of this, this is something that I obviously coach men and women with: how to be better at sex, how to enjoy sex, how to be more present, how to find women, how to go on the dating apps, and all of that sort of stuff. I have 3 coaching options. All of them are down below. As always, ladies and gentlemen, go out there, crush those goals, and have a lot of fucking fun while you do it.